Yo, what up? This Smitty, Mr. Talk is Cheap, and I'm on Next Up or Why Now. Talk is cheap, man. Yeah.
Hey yo. I mean, your boy Smitty make it happen, BDM. My nigga always been doing solid business. And you know what it is. When I tell you that, it's the real deal. Smitty makes shit happen.
Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap, baby. Talk is cheap.
You see it. Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap, baby. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. I gotta beat your fucking
Yeah.
Who is Smitty?
I mean, Smitty's just a guy out here on this grind, you know, trying to take it to the next level, just connecting dots.
Where did the inspiration, the start of all this come from?
I just was naturally, you know, a natural born hustler. I like turning 1 into 2 and 2 into 4. So I always been a dude that, you know, I try to connect the dots, put people in position and hopefully make some money off of it and do good business at the end of the day.
What was it like growing up in New York, especially in the 80s? Talk to us about the 90s. How was that coming up, all the young cats and everything? How was that?
I mean, well, I grew up in the 90s, you know, early 2000s. I mean, it was cool, you know, fun life, you know, everyday life, Brooklyn life, running around, you know, doing stuff everyone do, pretty much.
So how did you get tapped into the industry? How did you get tapped into all these artists, all these various household names? Talk to us about that.
I mean, just, you know, doing good business, having good character. People coming to New York City, I make sure they good, you know what I'm saying? They moving around, streets is dangerous, I make sure they good. You know, I come through with my crew, you know, make sure everything moves smoothly.
What's been the most memorable memory that you have being working in this industry with all the cats that you have?
That's a good one. I had a few. You know, I went out to LA with Beans, met up with Kanye. I flew out to Miami, been to Diddy's house. You know, Diddy took me to Kanye West. He had a concert at, I think, where the Braves play in Atlanta. He took me to the concert. Was with Rick Ross, Elon Musk, you know, French Montana, everyone. So, you know, it's been a couple things. You know, I've been backstage. Matter of fact, no, this is the one. I went with Beanie Siegel. He performed at Terminal 5. So we went through the back. So when we walking through the back, it's, you know, we went through mass security and we walking through a straight, like, a lane. As soon as I turn the corner, I see Jay-Z, I see Dwayne Wade, I see Fat Joe, and they all chilling there just talking. And I'm standing there with Beans like, oh shit. So that was definitely one for the
let me
books.
ask you this, like, how can you stay humble? You've done a lot, man. You've done a lot. How can you stay grounded?
I mean, I ain't hit the top yet, you know, so it's a grind. You know, you gotta stay hungry every day, you know, no matter what you do. You can't win today's game with yesterday's home run, you know, so no matter what I do, I always try to, you know, elevate every day, you know, so yeah, you gotta stay hungry. Only the strong survive out here. If you ain't hungry, you lose that passion, you lost. Only the strong survive.
What's the essence and the importance to you of having a team?
Team is very important, you know, because, you know, it's like Voltron. You need different pieces of the puzzle to come together to make it one. And, you know, once you form as one, you're definitely stronger. So it's important to have good, loyal people that are all on the same page and, you know, and put it together, pretty much.
How long have you known your team for?
A lot of my dudes, you know, we grew up together, so, you know, it's a movement.
So I've seen people like 50 Cent, Rose, Jada Kiss, all on that Talk is Cheap vibe. Like everybody, you have people back home in Switzerland talking about Talk is Cheap. Like how does that make you feel?
I mean, it's humbling, you know, because I started from the bottom. I'm just a regular dude from Flatbush. I grew up listening to all these dudes. So to have certain relationships with them and, you know, shout out to Kiss, that's like my big bro right there. It's amazing because like I said, I grew up, I was a fan at first. So to actually know them and kick it with them now is definitely, you know, it's different.
Would you have thought 5-10 years ago that you would be in this position that you're in right now?
Nah, not at all, because when I first started doing this, I mean, I wasn't set on doing this. It wasn't my plan. It's just something that unfolded as I went along. You know, I wasn't trying to be a CEO or connect dots or nothing like that. It just fell into place, God's plan.
So talk to us about the motto, talk is cheap. Where did that come from?
Every day I got 20, 30 dudes in my DM, on my phone. You know, that's why I got 2 phones. It's my personal phone, it's the business phone. You know, dudes just want to talk. So I started getting tired of just, you know, hearing dudes call me like, yo, Smitty, da-da-da. And at the end of the day, they just want me to listen to their music. They just want to have a conversation. So I started saying talk is cheap. You know, so dudes started, you know, the word started getting out. Like, you want to talk to Smitty, you better be about your business. So I started saying talk is cheap, and it just spread.
So you're really deep in this radio hosting scene as well, with all these Power 105s, all these Callaways and all that. Like, where did that begin? Talk to us about that.
It started with DJ K Slay. Rest in peace to K Slay. I met him through a artist that I was managing at the time, and you know, me and his relationship just got strong, and he became like the big brother I never wanted. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and he just took me under his wing. He posted me one day on his Instagram, and I think he said something like, yeah, since y'all dudes don't listen, now y'all gotta talk to Smitty. So he kind of like passed me the torch, and ever since then, everyone was like, hold up, K Slay shot me like that? And then, you know, I started working with other DJs, you know, DJ Self, a couple other DJs, and it just took off from there.
You've put a lot of people on too, like, how does that make you feel? You've put a lot of different artists on, a lot of different influencers on, a lot of different people in general. Like, people come to you when they're looking to elevate themselves. How does that make you feel, being that plug?
I mean, well, that's a great feeling, you know, because a lot of people don't know, you know, you block your blessings when you don't help the next person out, you know what I'm saying? It costs me nothing to help the next man out. So, you know, it's definitely a great feeling to see someone excited to get on the radio, hear their music on the radio. Is definitely an exciting, humbling feeling.
Talk to us about a day-to-day life in your life. Like what do you do? What goes on?
Day to day, I wake up, you know, get my daughter, probably take her to go do some, check my mom's, probably have breakfast with my moms. Then I probably head into the city, run around a little bit, probably do the radio at night, or if I got an artist in town, link up with the artist, go to the studio. You know, the grind never stops. It's always something to do.
We be seeing your stories. You be up at like 4 in the morning.
Every day.
Going to sleep 1 in the morning.
Every
like,
day.
People don't see that. People don't know what it takes to really be great.
Facts.
Talk to us about the sacrifices you made to be great.
I mean, it's a grind. Like I'm the last one to sleep, first one to rise. For years, you know, that's just, you know, I played college football, you know, UConn Husky. I was a Husky at one point, so, you know, I just always had that instilled in me. Like, you know, being an athlete, I always woke up early, and, you know, I was always the last one to go to sleep. I didn't want to miss nothing, so, you know, it's been like that since I was young. I was the first one outside. 7, 8 o'clock, I'm dressed outside. I'm on my bike, waiting for everyone to come outside. They come outside like 11 o'clock. I'm already sweaty, dirty. My day almost done. So it's been like that for years, since my childhood.
You talk about family a lot. You talk about your moms, and the love you have for your moms, the love you have for your daughter. How important is family to you, Smitty?
Oh, family is very important. I think family is the foundation, you know. You know, and even doing business, you could tell what people you do business with based on the morals, the principles they have. You know, your word is everything. So some people don't have that, you know, solid foundation to teach them, like, you know, say what you mean what you say, you know. So a lot of dudes just talk to talk because they don't know no better. They grew up, they dad telling them, yeah, I'll be right back. They ain't seen their dad for a week, but, you know, I had a father that was a real man. I had a loving mother, so, you know, they laid that foundation for me, and family is very important. You know, I feel like that's the foundation of everything. You can't build nothing if the foundation ain't solid.
In terms of the future, what are your plans for the future?
The future, I might take it to so many different ways. You know, I've been thinking about starting a record label. I've been thinking about starting a production company. You know, just getting my K Slay on, putting together different artists from different regions, doing songs together. You know, always gonna be plugging artists, you know, just working with a label. You know, the possibilities are endless.
Also, I feel like you're a very transparent type of individual. Like, you say it how it is. How important do you feel transparency is, or should be, especially in this industry?
I mean, that's the number one thing. Like, I tell a person I'm doing business exactly what it is. I like to break it down, make sure they understand what I'm saying. You know, communication's key, but to understanding is even more key. That's the lot you put in the key, you know what I'm saying? So it's very important to be transparent and let them know exactly what you're gonna do for them and what they're gonna get done, so at the end of the day, there's no issues.
And finally, Smitty, what advice do you have for the young cats that want to be in your situation?